Hey, Exotical darlings, this is Coco Exotical. Thank you for being here with me. Today, we're going to talk about how you're intriguing until it's a threat and the truth about being multicultural, confident, and beautiful. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the double standard that nobody wants to admit. People are intrigued by you and love to label you exotic when it benefits them. You're their mysterious accessory, and that makes their world look a little bit more colorful, right? But the second your confidence, intelligence, independence, and beauty starts pulling in real attention, all of a sudden you're no longer fascinating. You're no longer intriguing. You're too much now, right? You're not fun and exotic anymore. You're competition now. The truth is that your unique beauty and your confidence triggers their insecurities. They like you as long as you're neutral, quiet, or packaged neatly inside the box that they want to place you in. But when you step into your power, when your presence disrupts the hierarchy, now they feel exposed. Now they feel threatened. Now they want to try to destroy you, right? They want to project their discomfort onto you, talking about, oh, she thinks she cute. Oh, she thinks she better than us. Oh, she fake. She only getting attention because she's mixed, or whatever other BS that they want to say about you, right? But what they really mean is she's bold. She's powerful. She knows her own mind. She's confident in ways that I was never allowed to be, or that I never allowed myself to be, right? It's not your fault that their self-worth is built on comparison. If they feel like they're better than you, then it's not a problem. But if they feel like you're better than them in whatever way, all of a sudden they feel inferior, right? That's not your problem. You're simply focusing on your own life and minding your own business. You didn't ask to be anybody's mirror for their own insecurities, and you didn't ask to be placed inside anybody's box. Your cultural background, beauty, confidence, and leveled up mindset threatens them. Being multiracial means that you understand nuance. You know how to read a room, and you know how to move through different spaces because that's what you've had to do your entire life, right? That kind of social and cultural intelligence intimidates people who only know one way of being. You've learned that adaptability, what some people call quote code switching, is really just awareness, right? You learn how to thrive in multiple environments, and that flexibility equals power. It equals freedom. Freedom from boxes, freedom from limits, freedom from small-minded thinking that says that you have to choose only one identity or shrink yourself to make others feel comfortable. People hate your mindset because you don't chase approval. You already know that you belong wherever you stand. That kind of self-esteem and self-confidence terrifies people who are still begging to fit in, right? The truth is that beauty is political. Looks matter and pretty privilege exists, right? When you're beautiful and when your look doesn't fit in with the typical local blueprint, whether it's your hair, your skin tone, your facial features, your body type, or a combination of any of these, it triggers curiosity at first, right? People are drawn to you and are interested in who you are and where you're from. But once that curiosity turns into admiration, or you start getting too much attention, now jealousy and envy starts to kick in, right? For example, maybe you're new on the job and the coworker who was really welcoming and showing you around and who used to compliment your curls and all of your outfits all of a sudden starts ignoring you after your numbers are higher than everyone else's and your boss starts praising your work. Then they start talking behind your back and making fun of you like we're still in high school, right? They mimic your tone, the way you talk, your work ethic. Then they want to complain that you're quote unquote favored just because of the way that you look, not because of your work ethic that they were just making fun of, right? Or maybe you have a so-called friend or acquaintance who's always saying, oh, why you got to put on makeup every time you go out? Or why you got to get all dressed up when you're not even dressed up? You just know how to look put together when you leave the house, right? Now, all of a sudden, they start copying your makeup style and your clothing style, but they have an attitude about it because they know that they're trying to compete with you and that they're not being their authentic self, right? Or maybe you have a coworker or a friend of a friend who would always compliment your natural beauty, your hair, your complexion, your even skin tone, and they want to befriend you and invite you out to lunch or brunch or go dancing or something. And then when you all go out together and you start getting more attention and compliments, whether it's from men or women, now all of a sudden they're no longer having fun. Now they don't feel well. Now they want to go home. Now they don't want to invite you out as much anymore, right? That's because, again, they're in a secret one-sided competition with you, and when they see themselves quote-unquote losing, now they're no longer having fun. Or maybe you have a family member who loves to downplay your accomplishments, right? They're always asking about your life and what you're up to and what you're working on. Maybe you lost weight, or you got hired at your dream job, or you brought your dream car, or you moved into your dream apartment, right? Now they want to have an attitude and minimize your accomplishments because seeing you level up, seeing you reaching your goals, reminds them that they've given up on themselves and their own dreams. Every success you share becomes a competition for them, right? People like this don't just resent your looks, they resent the way that you make life look easy. They resent the way that you move and carry yourself confidently without apology, right? They resent that you're willing to take chances and go for what you want in life instead of just sitting around and talking about it without taking action like they do. And instead of acknowledging this, they prefer to minimize your efforts by pretending that your looks and your cultural background are the only reasons why you are where you are in life, right? You don't owe anybody an apology for being who you are, whether it's your beauty, your background, your confidence, your work ethic, your style, or your magnetism. You define who you are and what your background means, not the stereotypes, and definitely not the assumptions of jealous and hateful people, right? Protect your peace and limit your time around people who only want to celebrate you when you're struggling. That same bright light that offends insecure people are going to attract more of the right people who are operating on your high frequency, right? You're not intriguing until it's a threat. You're a threat to them because you finally realize that you were never the accessory. You were the main character the entire time, and you'll continue to carry yourself as such no matter who it offends. So tell me about it. Have you ever found yourself in a one-sided competition with insecure people because of your looks or your cultural background? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.